You're listening to Sports Connections with David Smale.
You made your debut the year they had their first postseason appearance. And after you retired, they missed the playoffs for the next 29 years. So the secret is out. You were the reason for their success during that 10-year period, weren't you?
It was all me. George Brett rode my coattails for those 10 years that I was in Kansas City. You know, he wouldn't be the man he is today, have the records he has today without me. There's no doubt about
it. Yeah. I'm glad you can laugh about yourself. I think too many people, it's good to take your job seriously. It's good to take your craft seriously, but it's also good not to take yourself seriously. So I had to throw that in there. I knew what your answer would be, or at least I don't know you well, but I know you well enough to know that there would be some sarcasm in there. But do talk about the fact you had a 10-year run and the team was good during those 10 years.
Yeah. Going back to George, how many people have had the opportunity to play in the minor leagues with a future Hall of Famer, play in the big leagues with a future Hall of Famer, and manage a future Hall of Famer? I was with George all the way from 1971 when we both signed through 91 when I got let go and went to the Angels. So a 20-year period together with a guy that the best baseball player I've ever seen, on my team or anybody I ever saw play. What he could do on the field with a bat, especially in big situations, was amazing. To answer your question, those 10 years were very special. I wasn't playing much in 76, my first year, and this is a funny story. At least I think it is. Talking about what was like in 76. I think I only had like 40 at bats in 76. That time we didn't have as many pitchers. We had maybe 10 pitchers, not 13, not 14 like they do. Yeah. They got longer, as you know, starters. So most teams had 3 catchers, and maybe the third guy could play another position, which was me. We had Bob Stinson and Buck Martinez, and hadn't caught much or played much all year. We're going into Oakland at the end of the year to try to beat them, to finally get past them in the playoffs, because they had been the dominant team in the American League West. Larry Gurra hadn't pitched a lot. He pitched out of the bullpen a lot. One of the games against Oakland, he asked Larry Gurra, "Who do you want to catch tonight?" He said, "John Wathan." And Whitey said, "Okay, that sounds good to me. That's the guy you got as a third catcher." And that was the game we won 4-0 against Oakland and clinched the American League West for the first time ever with me catching, which is hard to believe. So it was a pretty special time for me, not having played much or been a big part of the team that year, to do that. Larry Gurra, who was from Joliet, Illinois, his parents were back listening to Harry Carey on the broadcast of the White Sox game at the time, I believe. And when he did the White Sox games, and Harry, of course, says, "Holy cow, Whitey Herzog's lost his mind. Gurra's pitching and Wathan's catching in a big game for them." So it was pretty special to have Larry ask for me, have Whitey say, "Yeah, that sounds good," and to have that 4-0 shutout and clinch a tie, or actually clinched it for the first Western Division championship in 76.
And to be immortalized by the great Harry Carey in such a positive way.
Thanks for listening to Sports Connections with David Smale. Make sure to subscribe, follow, and rate the show from your favorite podcast platform. You can learn more about David Smale and his work by visiting davidsmalebooks.com. Don't forget to join us weekly for new episodes. Until next time.